The fate of Donald Trump's Nobel Peace Prize hopes lies in the hands of just 5 people. But who exactly are they, and how do they make this monumental choice? Each year, a select group. This year, the committee's decision has sparked intense global interest because of U.S. President Donald Trump's persistent bid for the prize. Since resuming office, Trump has claimed responsibility for ending multiple conflicts worldwide, and has openly stated that failing to grant him the Nobel would be a major slight against the United States. But here's where it gets controversial. Despite his declarations, the committee operates under a veil of secrecy, making the winner's identity unknown until the official announcement. Meet the 5 members deciding the prize. Jørgen Watne Friednes, 41, is the youngest chair in the committee's history, and a dedicated human rights advocate who has worked with groups like PEN Norway and Doctors Without Borders. Although officially nonpartisan, he leans toward Norway's Labour Party and was instrumental in memorializing victims of the 2011 Utøya massacre, showing his commitment to peace and human dignity. Asle Toje, 51, serves as vice chair and is known for his conservative views. Before joining the committee, he was research director at the Norwegian Nobel Institute and authored works on the European Union's geopolitical role. His political stance often draws attention, especially considering his nuanced views on Western liberal politics. Anne Enger, 75, has a diverse background ranging from nursing to holding key political roles, such as acting prime minister and county governor. She is aligned with Norway's Centre Party and has been active in anti-abortion campaigns, reflecting her socially conservative positions. Kristin Clemet, 68, an economist and Conservative Party politician, has served as Norway's education minister and is openly critical of Trump's approach to democracy and international relations. Gry Larsen, 49, has been actively involved in humanitarian work and women's rights advocacy through Care Norway. A former Labour Party state secretary, she has publicly criticized Trump's foreign aid cuts and rhetoric regarding human rights. The secretive and heated selection process. Nominations for the prize close early in the year, and the committee starts by compiling a long list from official nominators worldwide, including government officials and academics specializing in fields like law, history, and philosophy. The process is strictly confidential, even though members debate passionately, often with high temperatures. According to Friednes, they strive for consensus. Individual votes remain undisclosed, preserving the committee's autonomy and integrity. Since Friednes became chair, the prize winners have included brave defenders of free speech like Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov, Belarusian human rights advocate Ales Bialatsky, and Iranian women's rights campaigner Narges Mohammadi. The previous year's laureates were survivors of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings, selected to remind the world of the importance of nuclear disarmament. Controversies and allegiances within the committee. The committee's choices aren't without disputes. Toje and Enger were part of the panel in 2019 when Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed received the prize for peace efforts, only for war to later erupt in the Tigray region, challenging the prize's credibility. Toje himself acknowledged that controversy often follows laureates, stating that stirring strong emotions is part of the Nobel Peace Prize's identity. Social and political stances of members sometimes spark criticism. Enger's anti-EU and anti-abortion activism provides an unusual contrast within a peace-focused committee, while Larsen has faced accusations from the Norwegian Israel Center against anti-Semitism for allegedly supporting boycotts against Israel, though these claims remain unconfirmed. Varied views on Donald Trump. Trump's pursuit of the prize has been relentless, going so far as to personally lobby Norwegian diplomats and former NATO chief Jens Stoltenberg. Yet Friednes emphatically assures that external pressures, including lobbying efforts, have little effect on the committee's decisions. Members hold differing opinions about Trump. While Clemet openly criticizes his presidency for undermining democracy, and Larsen condemns his foreign aid cuts and rhetoric, Toje shows a surprising degree of openness, having attended Trump's inauguration and advising a more nuanced interpretation of the MAGA movement. Enger remains reserved, choosing not to express her stance publicly. challenges facing the committee this year, given ongoing conflicts worldwide and the divisive nature of Trump's nomination. Committee members say they feel the immense responsibility to uphold the prize's integrity. Friedness emphasizes the global attention the prize receives and stresses their duty to remain principled amid pressures. Norway also finds itself under economic strain due to U.S. tariffs and political tensions related to the Nobel process. The Norwegian government clarifies that it does not interfere with the Peace Prize decisions, underscoring the committee's independence. Who else could win? With 338 nominations, 244 individuals, and 94 organizations, the race is intense. Other frontrunners include Sudan's emergency response rooms, notable for their grassroots humanitarian work during civil conflict, and Yulia Navalnaya, widow of the late Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny. Experts like Nina Greger from the Peace Research Institute Oslo highlight the importance of awarding groups like Sudan's emergency response rooms, as it would emphasize the power of ordinary citizens providing vital aid amid war. She also supports honoring the Committee to Protect Journalists, which champions press freedom in an era of increasing threats against reporting. What do you think? Does the Nobel Peace Prize remain a reliable beacon of global peace efforts, or has it become entangled with political maneuvering and controversy? Should the committee honor high-profile political leaders like Trump who claim peace achievements amid ongoing global unrest, or focus on grassroots activists and humanitarian workers whose impacts are less headline-grabbing? Share your thoughts and join the debate, because when it comes to peace, every voice counts.